In the black corner, Andy Wang. Fighting out of the red corner, Crone Gracie.
Crone Gracie, Andy Wang. Andy Wang in the black, Gracie in the white. And you hear the name Gracie and jiu-jitsu's involved. And Eddie Bravo, you start thinking about legends, and this seems to be the next in line.
This is the prince of jiu-jitsu right here. This is Crone Gracie, the son of the living legend Rickson Gracie. He's in his corner. I mean, this guy's been bred to be a jiu-jitsu star from the day he was born.
And literally, I mean, when you said day that he's born, as we see Wang trying to line up Gracie, and that must be, if nothing else, intimidating, thinking about going against a guy with that last name in a sport that, although not technically jiu-jitsu, it is professional submission league, which means all disciplines of grappling and so forth are brought into play. At the same time, it's got to be intimidating for a young man like Gracie. Born into it, how young can guys get into it? How young can you actually legitimately start training in jiu-jitsu?
I mean, I know guys that have been pulling off arm bars before they can walk, So, of course they're not going to compete that young, but you could learn arm bars and, basic positioning at a very early age. And, the Gracie family, that's all they do. Every male, that's all they do is jiu-jitsu from the time that they can walk until, they open up their first school and win their first championships. And Crone Gracie, a lot of high expectations for this kid.
Yeah, I actually talk about Wang, a guy that's going to be, I don't want to say intimidated, but he's got to look across and know who he's going against. At the same time, if your last name is Gracie, boy, there's pressure every time you step out there.
Absolutely there is. And but Crone Gracie, I've seen him compete lots in the local jiu-jitsu tournaments. He seems to thrive under the pressure. And at this point, he was on his back working for some sweeps. He's working for the takedown now.
Trying to get that takedown, and looks like he's going to get that takedown. Indeed, he gets the 1 point. There you go. The first point of the board goes to Gracie. You saw the great takedown. And as he got that takedown, he got awarded the points. The takedown,
1 point,
you got the
Gracie.
knee, stomach, or back on the mat for 1 second.
Audience, let him know.
It's a beautiful transition from a half guard sweep, stood up with the leg from the half guard, and turned it into a beautiful takedown.
Again, just almost an upscale. You hear the name Gracie, you see the skill involved with both of these athletes. It's just an upscale, cerebral, analytical type of competition that we are enjoying here tonight in Culver City. A lot of fun to watch them go out. You can just hear the respect from the fans here in the background as well.
Originally, Crone Gracie was scheduled to go against jiu-jitsu star Bill Cooper, and here Crone Gracie's got a leg lock here.
Yeah.
He might get the point for this.
What's Wang saying there? He's looking up and he's
saying it's not a legitimate submission attempt, but yes, he got the 3 points.
Boy, he got 3 points. He did, yeah.
3 points near submission, Gracie.
A little bit of controversy here as Wang didn't appear to be in trouble, didn't appear to be a catch, but they gave him the 3 points.
4-0, Gracie.
So a 4-0 lead here with just over a minute to go in the first round.
Wang on top, going
1
for the
minute
pass
left to
here.
go.
And even though Bill Cooper was
4-0
originally
Gracie.
slated to go against Crone Gracie, Andy Wang is a great opponent, great replacement. He's a black belt under Barrett Yoshida. I've trained with him many, many times. He's solid. This is a great, evenly matched, both these guys, Andy Wang and Crone Gracie.
Boy, black belt in jiu-jitsu, I mean, how many years legitimately does that take? I mean, it's different, I'm sure, for everybody, but that's a long process, is it not?
The average is about 10 years to black belt, but there's guys like BJ
30
Penn
seconds.
and Shaolin who've gotten it in about 4 years. Some guys are just born prodigies. And, Crone Gracie's still a brown belt here, still working for that black.
4-0, Crone Gracie.
But a brown belt directly under Rickson Gracie, that's basically a black belt anywhere else.
There you see coming up on 10 seconds left to go in this first of 2 rounds. Gracie with a 4-0 lead. The submission that Wang didn't agree with, but the takedown, there was absolutely no doubt about that for the first point in the first round. Comes to an end. Gracie with a 4-0 lead through 4 minutes.
Let's give him a warm round of applause. Let's go. Fired up.
Boy, and you can hear it here. There are a lot of people that are just really excited about what they're seeing here and really enjoying the athleticism and the skill set and the artistic value as well. And that's not something you hear about in sports all the time outside of maybe gymnastics, some of the subjective sports out there, but there's certainly an artistic form to this as we see Gracie in the corner.
4-0, Crone Gracie.
Andy Wang has some work to do in this second round. He's got 4 minutes and he's down 4-0. I thought Andy Wang really kind of pressed it too, didn't he? He did a pretty good job, Eddie, in that first period of pressing the action. He just finds himself down.
Yeah, you got to watch your feet. If your opponent gets a good hold of your foot and holds on to it, you could attack the feet off your back when you're on top. You can attack the feet from any position. So you got to constantly be aware of your opponent attacking your feet, because that's 3 points right there. So, Andy Wang wasn't in real trouble, but that's the point system, and he got the 3 points for that ankle lock attempt, and that takedown was 100% legit. So Wang's got a little time here to catch up.
3 minutes and 20 seconds left to go. For more information, hey, check out ProSubLeague.com. ProSubLeague.com, rules, fighter information, all the information you need for the PSL. ProSubLeague.com.
At this point, Krone's just taking his time here. He knows he's up 4-0. He's does not want to make a mistake. He's pulling guard here. He might go for a submission off his back. There's a lot of submissions you can go for off your back, but of course they're lower percentage than if you were on top, but they're still there.
The Gracies have been known to do that once or twice.
Absolutely. It's kind of like an interception, touchdown, or a fumble, off your back. It's 100% technique. You don't have your weight working with you as you would if you were on top.
He's trying for a choke there, isn't he? It looked like it, but he couldn't quite get it from the back.
Yeah, he almost had that guillotine there. He almost had it long enough to get the 3 points, but
4-0
Andy Wang did a
Kron
great job
Gracie.
at slipping his head out. Now it looks like Kron Gracie's
Let's
just,
go, audience. Let him know.
riding out the clock here. Because
Come
there's
on.
really no submission here, no legit
Let's get it on.
high percentage submission here. I mean, he's going for a rear naked choke from the front in the guard, which works at an incredibly low rate. But nonetheless, it looks like he's trying to kill some time. 2 minutes to go. Obviously, the W is what Kron is after at this point.
Well, there is a way to end it quickly for Andy Wang, and that would be just a pure submission. But, boy, you would think that that's going to be a tough task, as we see inside of 2 minutes left to go in this second and final round, and Gracie still on top 4-0. And Wang, at some point, too, you got to start thinking fatigue's going to kick in. Gracie's holding in tight. Now Wang back to his feet.
So at this point, Wang should grab a leg. Look at, he's thinking about grabbing a leg and sitting back and at least trying to get 3 points. Here's an opportunity for
Is
him.
it right there?
to
Does he
sit
have
back-
it?
To grab a leg and sit back and try to crank on the ankle, but he chose not to.
Was that an opportunity lost there, Eddie? It looked like he had a chance for a second.
I mean, there's not much time left. If he passes the guard, he's not going to get any points. If he mounts, he's going to get 1 point. And then if he gets the back, which would be awesome, he gets another point. See, he passed here, but there's no points.
No points for passing the guard.
Even if he gets the mount, that's one, or the back, he should have sat back for some legs and went for the big points.
1 minute left. Push the action.
Inside of a minute to go.
Let's go, audience.
Crowd
Again
here
here.
having
We need you
fun.
in it.
Again here, he can attempt to grab those legs and get at least 3 points.
Well, again, it's one of the things that makes it, I don't want to say easier, is he's going for it.
He is going for the legs now. He doesn't have a good angle yet. Kron reversed it. He's on top. Andy Wang still has a chance to go for one of those legs, but he's going to need to get a leg attempt and then
Let's go. 30 seconds
some
left
other
to go.
submission attempt to win, because 3 points is not going to be enough.
I was going to say, it doesn't make it easier, but it does make it a little more doable, the fact that in this pro submission league, you're not going to take a heel to the chin as you're trying to come in there, but nevertheless, Wang is running out of time. Something spectacular would need to
10
happen
seconds,
now.
push.
10 seconds. Let's see if he can make it happen. It's Gracie holding on to the 4-0 lead,
Yeah, it looks like it's over here.
and it is indeed over.
Time.
Boy, impressive by Gracie. Impressive effort.
Yeah, that takedown was beautiful.
We go to the
that
judge
was the
for
highlight of the
official
match.
decision.
So sweep to a takedown. Beautiful technique.
Let's go to the center, and here is the official announcement on the winner.
Kron